Hey guys, hi. As we are moving our tutorials to the PHP WebForms processing, so this is a small video for the simple tutorial on how we can develop a simple HTML form, so that in further videos we can focus on how we can process them on PHP. So let's start our code and let's see how we can develop a simple and sober HTML form. Let's start, and this is the starting tag, which is HTML. Okay, so let's just save our file, and in this tutorial we'll be saving our file in .html extension, because while we develop our HTML forms we do not need PHP processing on the same page. Yeah, we can do it, but we don't need it at this time. So this is our video, simple html form .php, sorry, .html. Okay, we don't need any PHP processing on this page, so that's why we are giving this HTML tag. So let's make it very simple and sober, that you guys grab it very easily and you don't face any problems. And these are the basic HTML syntax that you will be seeing in this tutorial. um, I hope you are quite familiar with these things. um, Now that let's start body tag, and straight away we come on to the main element, which is the form element. Now we have to see what are the attributes of form and what it takes as attribute and what are the required attributes we have. Okay, so let's start, and first attribute is action attribute. It means when we submit the form, at what page it should take the values to. Okay, so let's make it example.php at the moment. Okay, it must have some value inside it, otherwise it will it will navigate to the same page. The another attribute that is required is method attribute. It means how we take the values from HTML client page to the server PHP page. Okay, so the default value is get. So if we won't mention the method attribute in form, then by default it will take the method as get. Okay, we'll be seeing what get and post methods are in our further tutorials, but for now let's focus on what's in front of us. So the other value for this attribute is post. There are two types of two methods of taking the value to the server, that are get and post. Okay, so we'll be discussing it later on. For now let's make it get only. The other one is file method, and that's beyond the scope at this time. We'll be studying it when we perform file handling and file processing. Okay, so sorry. So the next element we need is input element, input tag actually. So that we can give some input on the web form, HTML form. Okay, and after the input tag we need to specify the type. Okay, so um, the type we need is text. At this time we can give ID of the same. Okay, and let's make it username. All right, and the compulsion is name attribute. The name attribute is very much required because it actually take the value to the server. So how server recognizes the value? Server recognizes the value with the name element we provide here. Okay, so it's username. All right, so that's it for the input tag. And now let's move on to the, let's put a break element, and let's move. Okay, one more thing, we just need to specify what this input tag means. I would like to show you the output, the current output that this HTML form is giving. So let's see. It's launched in Firefox. It's a simple input tag because we haven't mentioned anything else. So let's just mention here enter username. Okay, that's quite simple. It's enter username. It's asking enter username. That's good. Okay, So now the next thing we would like to have is a break that the line gets changed. Second thing is enter password. Okay, now again that's input tag, and let makes the type text again. Okay, id equals to password. All right, and name equals to password. Remember, these two things are very important. There are more attributes that we can work upon, and we'll be studying them later on. Yeah, but it is just to make a glimpse of you guys so that you don't face any problem in developing an HTML form. Okay, so let's check the result. So we have two fields now, enter username and enter password. Let's give one more break to maintain a gap. Now it's looking better. Okay, now the third and the foremost thing, a submit button, so that we can take the values. It's actually an action element which actually take the value to the different page. Sorry. Input type equals to submit. All right, submit. As soon as we click the submit button, it takes the value to the to example.php page. Okay, and let it be login. All right, that's an example login form. So let's see. Yes, we have it now. All right, so we have username as abc and password as xyz. Okay, and let's see the result. As I have told you, it will navigate the page to example.php, which is the action value. All right, and these are the values which are being passed through the names we have provided. All right, so that is not our concern at this time. Will be seeing why it happened in our get and post methods while we study them. Okay, but for now we just need to see that this password doesn't show up. Okay, so let's just change the input type to password. Okay, so that the password doesn't show up. All right, so let's see if it happens again. Oh, that's better, right? So that's all for this tutorial, and let me just revise it for you guys. We have a simple HTML tags, simple HTML structure, and we just have a form tag within the main body tag, a opening form tag, a closing form tag. Within the form opening, we have the action element, which is used to navigate the page when we click on submit. Okay, submit resembles this action element. Okay, we have another attribute, another value for this attribute type, which is button, which is identically same to this submit, but it actually won't work with this example.php. It means when you put sub button in this place, then it actually won't navigate to example.php when you click on login. Okay, that's the thing. And we have to input elements with type text and type password, because we have a password to input. Okay, with id is not compulsory when we are making the program server based, but we have, we have followed the convention and we have just put it to make it simpler for you guys. But the important thing is a name is a mandatory element, which is need to be specified with input tags, because these names carry the values. When we take the values to the server, they will be identified with this name only. So that's all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be seeing how we can use the get method to fetch the values in PHP page. That's all. Thank you very much.